It is the first T20 International live from Queen's Sports Club. It is Zimbabwe versus Pakistan. Yeah, we've given you a couple of days off, but now we're into the T20s. We revisit the ODIs. 3 of them were played. Zimbabwe won the first one by 80 runs. Pakistan bounced back emphatically to win by 10 wickets, and then winning the series in the third ODI by 99 runs. But it's T20 time, and there's 3 of them. One today, the next one is on Tuesday, and the next one is on Thursday. It is a Sunday. The crowd has started to make their way in. There's a long line behind our commentary box to get into the ground. And we're so excited for this encounter between Zimbabwe and Pakistan, and so will that crowd. Deck chairs. I mentioned it is a weekend, so the young will be also in. It's a day off away from school. It's the weekend, and then into the workday tomorrow. We're playing on pitch number 7 today, and there's a look at it. It looks very dry, but it also looks quite compact. A few days ago, cloudy conditions, but the last 2 days we've had really hot, warm, dry conditions out here in Bulawayo. So on face value, it looks a pretty good one. Average first innings total on that surface is 155, batting first. Now, I understand some have made their way from neighboring countries, from Botswana, South Africa, Zambia, to come in and watch Pakistan. Also, some have also made their way to watch the home side from Harare and neighboring cities. I was out there with the 2 captains, and Salman Aga called correctly. It was a head, and he had no hesitation to bat first. We'll start with the Zimbabwean side. Just one change from their last T20 International, with the Wellington
Nathan Museri and Percy Cesara will take care of that for
days off for Zimbabwe and Pakistan. Mohammad Rizwan not part of the squad here, so the intentions of giving these young players more opportunities as they rebuild their T20 side. It hasn't had good results in the recent past, so let's get into that quick conversation of how
long boundary to the leg side.
Yeah, good point. As much as you manage that, you've also got to decide where you bowl your spinners and your seamers. Oh, outside edge, and it's been put down. Chance gone a begging to end the over. That's 3 without loss.
Just to give him that half a yard to the right, and would have been pretty regulation, and 2 hands would have helped as well.
Swing of the bat. Thick outside edge. This one runs away for 4.
Yusuf, he's been using the option to give himself room. He's been very proactive at the crease so far in his innings. Once again, backs away, uses the bounce and pace of Muzarabani, up and over.
Oh yes, the first half a dozen, and it's some shot over backward point.
Wow, we just talked about that being the longer boundary today, and that sort of strike from Yusuf made it look very close indeed. Back of a length, stands up, throws the hands through the line, opens the face, and off the middle of the bat, giving himself room, trying to access the offside.
Tries, Wellington Masakadza. Richard Ngarava, the pair comes together, and Yusuf has to go.
Ngarava got his man, almost had him the previous over. This time it's the fielder that snaffles the catch. Hard length, that in-between length forces Yusuf to lose his shape. Contact's not desired, and he needs to walk back. It's Pakistan 18 for 1.
Over Usman Khan was a bright shining light, one of the main performers in Australia. Different series for him play. Outside edge has been put down. I just mentioned A change in the field by the captain. It goes straight to the captain and it's grasped. Don't bowl there. This could be another 6. Square of the wicket. Some shots again.
You can't give any Pakistan player room outside the off stump, especially a man in form. You bowl there, he will collect, he will fetch.
Types of foods that he eats. Heaved away. That'll be 4.
I was just thinking to myself, Gwandu's been so good the first 3 deliveries. You sort of had to know that Usman was going to look to get a boundary of him. Maybe the time for a slower ball. Ends up going hard length again. Got to vary your pace on the surface. It's a good batting surface.
Oh, delicate. This is neatly played for 4.
Just talking about the variations. Still no slower balls from Gwandu. Usman uses the pace late under the eyes, guides it down to third man. Remember, he's in the circle to have that mid-wicket on the boundary as protect angles.
Runs, picks the gap again, and it's just a fraction of width.
I said it a moment ago, can't be short to Sam Ayub. Can't be back of a length as well. He's got a knack of finding the gaps off the back foot. He's well aware that that man on boundary was very slim in his innings. Sam Ayub.
Neatly played again, either side of the short third. Same result.
Soft touch, good skill. Sam Ayub, even finer this time. Uses the pace, lets the
in the air, and is that a chance? It is. Trevor Gwandu completes the catch. Pakistan lose their second. It's the big one.
Yeah, it's a big scalp. And guess who? It's the experience of Mazakadza. The first one he bowled at Saim Ayub, he bowled it towards the leg stump, but this different, and he prevails. Couldn't get the elevation and force behind that stroke. Saim Ayub, good contribution at 24. It's 57 for 2 Pakistan. Bowled it even wider. That's in the air. This is going to travel. That's a 6. After 27 deliveries, a boundary.
It had to come. You saw it in the previous shot where he went across the stumps and tried to access the leg side boundary. It's the shorter one, 65 meters. This time he's picked the straighter option.
And oh, big shot. This makes a great sound off the bat. Goes all the way for 6.
Really good show of intent from Usman here. What he's done early on in the over, he knows the boundary. It's in the slot, but you've still got to put it away. And he does just that. Ryan Pearl under a bit of pressure now immediately.
Oh, is that an edge? Yes, it is. Given straight away. An inspired bowling change. Goes for 6 off the first. Brave enough. Gutsy delivery to toss it up again and find the edge.
And it's the addition of width here. Slower, flighted and wide. That sense that Usman's going to look to take him on downtown. Take that option away. And he's gone from 30 for 39 of 30. Pakistan 91 for 3.
Pressure and the runs. In the air. Has that been taken? If it has, I think that's Dion Myers. They probably want to have a look at this.
This is such a good effort from Dion Myers. This is umpire's going to ask whether this was a fair catch.
So, legal delivery. Have a look at this. Different angle. So let's see if he gets the hands underneath it. I think he does. I think the fingers are underneath the ball there. I think that's some very good work here by Deon Myers. That'll see the end of Salman. And a wicket for Raza. And a good piece of fielding. And a well-rewarded phase of the game. Salman Aga goes for 13. It's 100 for 4. Irfan Khan. 7 matches, again young into the international stage. His work is going to be cut out here because Zimbabwe are
Involved, only a good indicator.
All the way. The youngster in the crowd tried to hang on to that one, didn't manage to, but just loosened the shackles this one.
That will for so much needed for Pakistan, but on this occasion a little bit straighter. First 2 deliveries were wide, protecting the short boundary, punished when he went straighter.
This one down the ground. Gwandu gave chase. Running to his left from long on. What a good start to the 16th over.
Tayyub Tahir decided it's time. Wrestle back initiative in this innings. Ground ball, well struck. A little bit quicker from Burl as well.
That's what I'm talking about. Won't go into the boundary, but he'll play the shot with no risk in it because of that fielder. Now, is there a run-out chance? There was one, certainly.
That would have been short. Ngarawa putting his hand up. Probably should have been back there, had enough time to gather the ball and take the bails off.
There you go. It's 2 full. It gives him the opportunity to hit that ball down the ground past mid-off. 18 gone. 1-3-1 for 4.
Opinion?
Oh, pace off it. Hasn't bounced. And Marumani hasn't got his body behind the line of the ball. You'd know about that, Morne.
It's a veiled dig. Tine didn't see me keep that often. You know, I was... you're not wrong. Can make you look quite simple.
That's gone straight up in the air. Raza trying to get there and doesn't. He couldn't have picked a better place for that ball to land.
Proper no man's land. Ball knows it. Answers.
Oh, that's carved away. Poor delivery. Didn't give Deon Myers a chance to see it at backward point.
No, absolutely. With a field that's set, both third man and point in the ring. That's probably the one delivery at the moment.
Expensive over. At just the wrong time for Zimbabwe. 19 gone, 149 for 4. Musiki was quick. And quick enough to get there. Unfortunately, can't stop the ball from going into the boundary. Brings the 50 partnership up as well.
The ball wide, hard lengths, I guess.
4 more runs. Now, the width on the previous delivery allowed them to get a boundary on the offside. And that's why he's swung away. Final ball of the innings. And Pakistan have posted what certainly could be a winning total. They end up 165.
When you batted first, I think for 15 runs short, maybe Pakistan?
Well, with the bowling lineup they have, I don't think so. As long as the spinners bowl well here, they have a huge chance of defending this. Yeah, I've heard cricket fans from different countries, they are here to witness this game. How good is that? Yeah, Salman Ali Agha has been struggling with the bat, not finding that rhythm in his batting, but he is an astute captain. Early days though, yes, but he has shown the signs of a good leader.
Brian Bennett in his 22nd match. Strike rate 155, that is pretty good. Best of 91. Has potential to be a real star for Zimbabwe. And with him is the wicketkeeper batsman, Tadiwa Nashe Marumani. Strike rate a little less than Brian Bennett's, and a best of 86.
Yeah, the captain of the Pakistani team has realized offering a bit of pace on a pitch like this to a batter can be consequential, and that's why he's resorted to the wrist spinner Abrar Ahmed.
Them playing today.
Well, one bounce over the line, got off the mark, in style the left-hander Marumani.
This is becoming a feature of how he plays. It's that reverse sweep. Really changes, turns his stuff all the way around, and he's got fantastic contact. One bounce.
Ball him. Moved outside the line of that delivery a bit too much. Exposed his leg stump, and the wrist spinner Abrar Ahmed has prevailed.
This is to hit the stumps consistently. Any error goes in your favor, and Brian Bennett's error means that Zimbabwe have lost their first wicket at 12 for 1.
Opponent. He bowls wicket to wicket. Oh, that's a good hit. What a clean strike that was. Effortless. Plays the most difficult stroke to start with, and then loses plot.
This is a sign of some really good form. And he's hit it with the spin. He's picked that as going the other way. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Myers has been through the ODIs, scoring heavily square of the wicket off off Ahmed. And then this time he's thrown it up there, and it's the googly. Myers hasn't picked it. Zimbabwe lose their second, and it's an absolute disaster.
It wasn't really short. Yes, the trajectory was low, and that's where the batsman got inveigled, and he had to pay ultimate price. Promise.
Just 3 short of 100 T20 internationals. Best 123. The Zimbabwe captain. That's a top edge. That's a top edge, and it's carried all the way to the boundary for a maximum. Chandad got one that surprised Marumani, and he's basically done it again.
That was ball with some searing pace. That short pitch delivery, and
that's found the outside edge. This is beautifully bowled again, and Marumani picks up another boundary.
Oh, he's living dangerously. He wasn't in control on that occasion. Was able to access the length quite early, and then backed away, created a bit of room for himself, guided the ball by youth.
And This time he's gotten a hold of it. And he's gone over extra cover. And the end of an exciting over. 40 for 2. That's the pull shot, and he's got it far enough behind square. And Raza gets his first boundary. It's those feet, really, really quick feet, get him into a good position to access the boundary on the leg side.
Yeah, this time around, there was a roll of rest, and that's why he was able to place the ball into the gap. Few bounces over the line. And he punches it through covers. Another boundary.
This is, for me, the shot of the afternoon. I know you like Dion Myers' one, but I like this because he's made this shot himself. Backed away to the leg side, and Pierce, very small gap, just 20 yards between the two fielders at cover.
Within the stumps. And he's been ready. Another one. It's the captain, Sikandar Raza, turning it on. 50 on the board in no time.
Something we've seen, particularly the last sort of 3 or 4 years, every time he walks out, he just brings the crowd at Zimbabwe's 2 grounds, at Harry Sports Club and today at Queen Sports Club, to light because of the ability to do this. 3 boundaries.
Outside edge, I mentioned those 2 fielders up in the circle. Cultured edge for 4.
The problem that Ralph will have if he looks to pitch the ball up is that there's 2 areas Raza can score that boundary. Past him, which is where he's trying to hit it, but if he gets a
In the air, heavy ball. And look for the second and they'll get it, will they? Oh, the dive, keeper, animated. It's an angle. Where's the bat? Where are the bails? Oh, he looks short of his ground.
Yeah, it'll need to be slowed down a little bit more. He's certainly live, looks like he's short of his ground, and he is. Marumani. And he's looked so good once again. And succumbs to another run out. And that's when this partnership was blossoming between him and the captain, Sikandar Raza. Marumani has to go. Entertaining for the time he was there. 33 in just 20 balls.
That's beat it out, just simple catch. He's come in and done just exactly what his captain's brought him on for. That's Ryan Burl. Looks like that stayed in the wicket a little longer than he expected.
Up in the ring, Ryan Ball decided that's the man he wants to target for a boundary. He knows anything over mid-off would be a boundary. Was it a risk worth taking? You know what they say, Darlington, live by the sword, die by the sword. You've got to take the chances in this format. Zimbabwe 87 for 4. The injury.
That's a wicket. He's not picked the one that's turned away from him, the little googly. And looking to turn that onto the onside. It's very easy work for the wicketkeeper. Zimbabwe lose Clive Madande.
Shake of the head. Beaten all ends up. Just a lapse of concentration there from the young Zimbabwean batter. Gets beaten in the flight. Japs turns away. No reason though to leave your crease, young man. There's no contact on the ball. Skipper.
That's Sikandar Raza. Beautifully bowled by Jandad. And Pakistan have clawed their way back into this match. And it's the seamers who are doing the damage.
It's all going wrong here. Queen Sports Club will away out for Zimbabwe. Losing, have to be looked again. Raza trying to go airborne, finding point. Same hoop, can't keep him out of the game here in Zimbabwe. It's the end of the skipper for 39, Zimbabwe 90.
This time it's just a little guide down towards the third man boundary. And it's a long time since Zimbabweans find the boundary.
Much needed, well played by Wellington Mazakatsa. Wide from Mukim, waits for it, guides it down. It's that short third man on his right hand side and this quick outfield. The Queen's
boundary in the Zimbabwe innings. And then he's bowled him around his legs. It's gone too far across. Looking to play that sweep shot. It's the second time we've seen him take a wicket in that manner. Zimbabwe now find themselves in what is probably some real trouble.
a little bit quicker through the air from Mukim, straighter as well. Misjudged by Mazakatsa. It's gone for 5, Zimbabwe.
Ngarava, 61st match. And he's fallen cheaply off the first ball.
But once again, we said it at this ground, Queen Sports Clubs. Normally, spin bowlers who have their own way on this surface, and it's no different today. Mukim decided he's going to fill his bag with some Zimbabwean wickets. Letting the hands flow, and it stops on him a little bit. Thick outside edge, and simple catch to Yusuf at point.
Hannes Ralph back into the attack, and Tashingam Sekiwa picks up the first boundary of his innings.
Oh, lovely to see that from Sekiwa. Who said it's over? I'm going to still give it a crack. Let my voice be heard. Let the crack of my bat be heard today. Love to see that. He's not going to throw in the towel. He still wants to have a...
It's full and fast, full and straight from Haris Rauf. Blessing Zarabani, just one delivery without scoring. The perfect first delivery at a number 10 batter. And Blessing Zarabani, those feet don't go anywhere. And leg stump is sent cartwheeling as Blessing Zarabani for naught. Zimbabwe 107 for 9. Yeah, it was such an opportunity for Zimbabwe today. Hasn't read that one. Played all around it. Appeal for the stumping.
Seems like he's out of the crease, not on the line. Straightforward decision for the third umpire.
Yeah, Gwandu's dragged his foot out, and he hasn't managed to get it back behind the line in time. So, confirmation that the final wicket has fallen for Zimbabwe. All out for 108. They leave 4.5 overs in a T20 international match that they could have battered. And while if you're going